All right, here we have Buddy. He's tied up to the trailer, taking a break from his snacking. I have him a nice flat surface. I finished grooming him for him as flat as the top line as he's gonna get. He's got a little sway back, age-related things. We use a Western saddle. Mine's a really heavy saddle. It's a custom saddle to his body and my butt. I use a chest piece, which attaches to my cinch, so that if something were to happen when we're out getting cattle, that my saddle doesn't come off. I use a wool pad. I don't use a blanket. I'm going to put his saddle on to show it to you, and then I'll show you his wool pad. So what I like to do, I don't lift straight up to the side. My saddle's too heavy. He's too tall. I'm only 5 feet tall. So for our purposes, what I do is I grab it in the opposite direction and float it to his back. So that's what I'm gonna do. Is I'm over here, I'm grabbing my saddle, so I've got it in the back and the front. So I take my right hand and my left hand in the back, and I kind of stand to his shoulder, and I count 1, 2, 3, and it's up and over. So he's got his saddle on now. It's really high here, but that's the way this saddle was designed. I know you guys were talking about you don't want to have big space. What I like to do is I suck that pad up into the gullet. So you might notice I got an extra set of stirrups here. He's got a chest piece. So I'm gonna center this on him, and it fits him on the sides really nice. It's nice and snug. It's not too tight. It's not squeezing him. There's a little lift back here, but that fills in with his pad when I put it on him. Going to the other side, making sure all the tassels are out, nothing's in to bind him, feeling both sides of the saddle, making sure that on both sides, and it's even through his back, which it is. I had to have my stirrups custom because I got really short legs. They're not much shorter than my granddaughter's, who has the little dude stirrups over the horn. So Buddy's cinch is hooked up in a keeper on the other side. So what I generally do is I go ahead and I let it out of the keeper. And I let it drop down right here with him. So it hangs straight below him. And how we were talking about, you were saying you like to face his face. Generally what I do is I stand here and I take a good look at him, and I feel right here, and I grab the cinch and I pull it around. He's got the latigo here, so I pull this out and I drop the latigo. I also like to keep it pretty loose. He's got a really fat hay belly, and then once I've got the cinch hooked up, I take his chest piece and bring it around and make sure that it's not turned or has anything weird going on the other side. And then what's going to happen is this needs to center up on him, and it secures here. And then this goes through. I do it hook away from his body so that nothing's there to push him. And this should drop right between the center of his chest. So not everybody has that on theirs. Something I like. He's a good boy, so he really worked with me on all of this. There's not a lot of rock. There's not a lot of twist. He's, like I said, it's pretty much fit to him. So this is his pad. And you can see it's pretty thick. And there's times, I've got him under chiropractor care, so there's times what I even do is put an extra half pad on him. If he seems like he's a little touchy in the hind, then I'll put a half pad on him. And yeah, that's Buddy's custom saddle. Thanks.